Namaste, and I heartily welcome you all on the wonderful platform of Idym, who has been consistently working with educators, intellectuals, administrators, and the political analyst. Today, we are here again with an amazing session of inspiring stories. Today, we will be talking about our guest who is a part of this program. We will listen to her story. And on this note, I would like to welcome my dearest ma'am, Neelam ma'am, to this platform of IDYM. I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Pooja ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for accepting our invite and sparing out time for us. My
Pooja
heartfelt
ma'am.
gratitude to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ravi sir. Thank you, IDYM. It's a very great honor that you people have given me to share my story with you all. Thank you. Thank you so much.
To brief a little bit about you, ma'am, she is into the education field since 20 years, and right now she is working as a principal of PMSJC Pune, and she has a philosophy like a medical teacher says, my job is to take the horse near the water, but if the horse doesn't drink, then it's not my fault. But a great teacher says, my job is not just to take the horse near the water, but ensure the journey is so inspiring that the horse has to drink water, and if it does not, then somewhat I fail in my job. Very rightly said, ma'am. Seriously, as an educator, it's our job to inspire our students to make them learn again and again. Practice, try and until you succeed.
Yes.
She started her career as a secondary teacher. She became a coordinator, and we will listen to her story in her own way. And right now, as I mentioned, she is a principal. She has been a recipient of many awards as an effective principal award from EduRole. She has got the Best Center Coordinator Award. She has got the Global Education Excellence Award 2022, Tagore Honor Award by Diploma Bengal, Shushma Swaraj Women Icon Award, Principal for Excellence Award by IIHM, and she is a member of Namaste India, IDYM, and ICFPW, and she is a social activist too. So, being a principal and dealing with the students and the other part of the social sector, so she is well maintaining those things, and she is working with the Footpath Shala, that is one of the NGO she is into this. So, ma'am, the stage is all yours, and I will start with my not with my question answer session, just to note on a lighter note. Now, tell me your journey. Our viewers wanted to listen to you.
Thank you. Thank you once again, Pooja ma'am. Good evening to all and namaste. Now, most of us think that in the profession of teaching, whether we are by choice or by chance. So I just wanted to share one thing. When I was in 9th and 10th, I was not a very good student in mathematics. I used to hate maths. To share with you, as today's kids also know.
With you, as today's kids also.
Yes. Okay. So today also, if a child doesn't like any subject or a teacher, he prays early in the morning, let that teacher be absent. So same thing I used to do. I used to pray every morning, oh God, please let that maths teacher be absent today. So that was my case till grade 8. In grade 9, we had a very nice maths teacher. He used to teach me everything. Not just the formulas, why we are using those variables, what is the use of variable, what is the application of variable. See, if someone teaches a subjects very dryly, if I tell you that, see child, a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. But why we are taking a, why we are taking b, what is the use of this? That sir taught me everything. And that, what you can say, that ignited a flame in me. I want to be a teacher like him. Because when a person is ill, ma'am, that time only a doctor is needed. A healthy person doesn't go to a doctor, agreed or not? So when a child is not understanding anything, or he is lagging, or some void is there in his learning and understanding, then only the role of a teacher or an educator comes. So that is the first and the foremost thing all the educators should learn, that the front benchers, they know everything. We are there for the backbenchers who doesn't open up, who doesn't tell what they have not understood, who doesn't come up with their queries. We are there for them. And because of him, I'm in this profession and I'm very happy that I selected this
Noble
profession as my
profession.
passion, you can say. And from that day onwards, I try to be that doctor who is there to cure the fever, not for the healthy person.
Rightly said, ma'am. And I think a teacher can mold the destiny, or we can, teacher's job is really incredibly rewarding. And because we shape our students, we make them learn, we make them grow, and we make them learn how to see the world around them.
Correct.
We tell them about their weaknesses, we tell them about their strength. And this is one thing you just mentioned, the passion. If a teacher is a passionate teacher, then that passion can bring about a wonderful change in one's student's personality. As you were mentioning the story of your math teacher, I think math is a subject which is not a cup of tea of especially the girls. It is. I'm not talking about the gender inequality. I'm just talking that it is a subject which is more inclination towards the boys. So again, this is a stereotype which has been in the society. So keeping aside that, the story which you mentioned, that a teacher makes that ignite that spark in the students. So now, ma'am, you just talk about that teaching job. But for example, if there's a student who is not at all inclined towards studying, not getting good marks, and the parents are also having lots of expectation, it might be happen with you so many like this daily or on a daily basis because you are a principal. You must be dealing with different set of mindset of parents. So, ma'am, what advice you'd give to them to deal with their students?
Okay. See, Pooja ma'am, for the teaching profession, we can say that one size doesn't fit all. If a particular strategy is fitting to a particular student, that same thing cannot be true for the other student, isn't it? So, what I feel first, the student should open up with the teacher. There should be a relation, a student teacher relation first. We should generate that relation. When a student have a relation with the teacher, then definitely the child will learn that subject with more love and passion. And if the teacher tells him that you are weak in a particular subject, tumse na ho paega, then definitely it will not happen. But a teacher should try to find out why he is not understanding. Maybe there might be certain voids, like you just rightly pointed out, that you might have came across many students with this. So many a times in higher secondary and secondary classes, I come across such type of students who don't understand. Now, why they don't understand? Because in the primary section, the concepts were not clear. So when the concepts were not clear, they are not able to understand what's going on. So what they do our typical rote learning process. Okay,
Yes,
they just
it
learn.
happens.
We
Yes.
can learn history, geography, but you cannot do the same thing with physics, chemistry, and mathematics. For that, understanding is important. So, what I feel, first of all, we should have or we should create this love and passion for the subject. And for that, the teacher should have a good relation or good rapport with the student. That's what I tell all my teachers also. Even if the syllabus is going a little bit slow, doesn't matter. But each and every child should be with you. When you are teaching William Wordsworth and you are teaching daffodils, then all those 40 students sitting in your class should imagine the sight of daffodils. Then and then only our job is fulfilled. And then only we can say that, okay, I have done this. My syllabus or my teaching of this particular poem is done. Yes, Pooja. And you just mentioned about mathematics and girls and all. I tell you, I developed such a love for mathematics that I have done my MSc in physics.
Oh my God. So this is again, ma'am, stereotype has been created that these kind of subjects are related to female, but there are so many examples. It is not anything. We as a girl, I'm not talking about any gender. Anything can be done if we have a willing heart. If we
Correct.
have decided, then we can be done, and we're passionate, determined about it. Then we can conquer our dreams. We can just that kind of a daring should be there.
Correct. Very true. Very true.
So, ma'am, the answer to my question, which I have just put it, that a warm and an acceptance should be there, and a good relationship
Good
between a teacher
relationship.
and a student can grow them in a better way.
True.
Even if a student is going through a rough time, it is again the role of a teacher to bring up, to enhance the morale or to boost up that no, it's okay if you're not getting that much of mark, you may be good at something else. But
Yes.
ma'am, again the patience, the acceptance, the adaptability. Now, ma'am, in today's time, which is materialistic world, there are teachers who are not that inclined. They are just coming, completing the job, 7:30 to 3 o'clock, doing only the work which is being given. Otherwise, they will say, no, 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 I don't have time. I'm getting this much of salary. This is the kind of mindset which is going on.
True,
I'm
true,
getting this
true.
much of salary and I will do this much of work. After 3 o'clock, I won't take any work. Ma'am, do you face such kind of a statement in your teaching fraternity also?
Yes, Pooja ma'am, I have also faced few problems like this, especially the young teachers. They just have this mindset that we are in this profession of teaching for holidays,
Hmm.
because a lot of holidays are there for the teachers so that they can have quality family time. And whenever certain extra work is given, then definitely they speak up like that only. In this salary, I can do this much only. So for that, what we do every twice a month, we give some awards to the teacher, whatever work they are doing, whatever extra. Like for small children, we give toffees, some incentives type, so they are happy. Okay, I want to crack this. I'll get that award. I'll get that reward. So like that, we do for the teachers also. So that competition develops. Okay, now one teacher is like that. Okay, I'll not do. I'll not do. But how many times she'll sit back and say, I'll not get the award. One time she'll have that flame inside. No, no, I want to be on the stage and I want to receive that award from the management. So this is how we try to do.
And this is the positive reinforcement you are giving to your teachers so that their working capacity increases. And this is the best way, ma'am.
Yes,
And in today's time, this have increased a lot, rewarding them on their work. So this is one way.
whatever
Huh,
small work they do.
small
Even if,
appreciation.
yes, even if a teacher completes her writing of the report card within the
Hmm.
set deadline, then also we give her some reward type. Okay, she has done it before time. So that also boost up the other teachers. Okay, we did not wait till the end of the day. We
Hmm.
have to do it as soon as possible.
So, ma'am, this is a very difficult task dealing with so many teachers, listening to them on a daily basis. So, in that, what is your greatest strength? How you deal that with them? What is
Patience.
one strength of yours which make you different and which make you unique in their eye?
See, patience. And during this so many years, that motherly love and affection. So they are very much free with me. They come like a mother to me. They tell their problems, and I also try to solve. But I can say this patience and all is a part of weakness also. Some of the time, teachers take undue advantage also.
Yes, ma'am. They do. They do. They do.
Yes, yes. So it happens, but still, I always see the positive side. So having patience with the student, parents, and even with the teachers, it helps us to run the institution properly. And we have to listen to everyone,
Yes.
whatever they want to say.
Mm.
I listen to them so that they also feel that their opinion matters. Even if we are having annual day, children's day, or any carnival we are organizing, I
Mm.
call up the student council first before the teachers. And I take the opinion of the student council so that the students also feel that, okay, we are the part of this school. We have to do this carnival or this specific event is ours. So we have to give our 100%. And after that, the teacher comes into the picture, whatever we are planning. But first, I take the opinion of the student council before imposing anything also. Let it be changed in the timetable or maybe change in the timing of the school, winter and summer timing. I just put up in front of the student council and the teacher. This is my thing. What is your opinion? Are you okay with that? If not, what are your suggestions? And sometimes, ma'am, what happens? they give up, they come up with such a good suggestions,
Wonderful ideas. Yes.
wonderful ideas, amazing ideas. You can say stunning ideas. So that we also feel that, okay, it's good, I have asked them. Because I might have not thought to that point, but these
Yes.
youngsters, they have amazing ideas.
This is the change, I think, ma'am. This is the change of the mindset. The young minds are coming up. When we are making them a part of the system, then they are becoming more responsible. As
Correct.
you just mentioned, that you ask your council to come, and they are the future leaders.
Leaders.
So you, in that way, you are making them involved, how to take a decision and how to solve a problem.
Correct.
The word like critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, in that way you are inculcating those traits in them.
Yes.
So wonderful, ma'am, very amazing. And this is, I think, everybody should do that who is on this leadership position. Collaboration, cooperative.
Cooperation. Yes.
We learn these terms as a teacher.
All C's, all four C's.
All four C's are very, very important. And how to handle the criticism also.
That's very important.
That's very, very important. Because, ma'am, because of this reason, depression, anxiety, so many things can become so difficult to handle the students. So excellent, ma'am, the way you are handling your students as well as the teacher.
Thank you.
Now, ma'am, while you were answering this question, I was just thinking that you have been a part of a social sector also. You have been associated with NGO like Footpath Chala. So, ma'am, what do you do in that?
See, ma'am, Footpath Shala is a school specially meant for the street children. So what we do, thrice a week we go.
Okay.
So there are beggars on the street. They are having small kids. So thrice in a week, 1.5 hours, we sit with them and we teach them basic things, not our curriculum, but basic things, how to count money, what is money, what we have to do. Especially we teach them hygiene. Okay. That is very, very important. So, and for girls, we have taken special session for these street children, good touch and bad touch.
Okay. That is very much required. Very, very, very
required. Very much required, ma'am. Because many a times I have seen that people take undue advantage of such kids.
Yes, yes.
So this is what we do. And then I am associated with an NGO, Infini.
Okay.
So there we are dealing with HIV positive patients.
That is again one of the stigma attached to that.
Still a stigma.
Yeah, it's a stigma. Yeah.
Yes. So we are making the students aware. Are many schools in Pune, they are with us, with this NGO Infini. We are working together. We are working together especially for the kids of these HIV positive parents. Because still they are not accepted by the society. Okay, your parents are having HIV, so definitely they are not good people and like that. So these kids, they have to face all this criticism. So we have a small school type of thing for this HIV positive parents' children. So these kids come over there, we teach them, then we have choreographers, we dance with them, we do street dramas, and two youngsters are there, Paulami and George. They are very young. They are hardly 25, 26 years old, but they take a very active part in this. And I'm so happy that these youngsters are coming up. Then we run one more initiative, Shidori.
Okay.
Shidori means the food parcel.
Okay.
Okay. So we just give them to the beggars. So this initiative, what we do, the school kids only, my school children, they gather grains, pulses, from their home. Let it be 250 grams, 100 grams. And then we cook some khichdi type of thing. The students only cook in the school and then we provide it. So this is Shidori we do.
Wow, ma'am. Like the way you are dealing about the activities which you are involving, beside the education, beside the formal kind of education, these are the skills you are developing in.
These are very important.
Very, very important. Be empathetic. Be listen to the poor people or what are their problems. And I think, ma'am, this is a unique way you are teaching your students, that you are teaching them to think intensively, to think critically, and this is building their character. And I think this is the where the goal of education is fulfilled.
This is what
That's
NEP wants.
this is what NEP wants. Talking about now coming to NEP. So the purpose of education is to replace an empty mind with an open one. And
Correct.
when you are open to these opportunities which have been provided by the school, and school is a place where we get number of involvement in different activities as a platform of diversity. I
Yes.
would say that. So this kind of diversity, again, the availing of these opportunities depends on person to person. And as a teacher, as an educator, as a principal, this is our role to motivate our students, to tell them that if you do this, this is going to help you out. And you know, ma'am, I have been associated with school also. So I have seen when students, when after their 12th, when they go out and then they see the reality, then they come back and then they share the experience.
Yes.
No, ma'am, school is the best
Yes.
place. Whatever we have learned, we have been moving with that only. It develops one's personality.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
these days, these teenage adolescent days are very, very important in building up their whole personality.
Yes, ma'am. Totally, totally. Especially 9 to 12 standard students.
Yes, ma'am. 9 to 12. 9 to 12, it is a transition phase for them. They are going to physical changes, emotional changes. And if something like we have, you must be facing bullying.
Yes.
Again, one of the thing which has been visible in school so much, so much. So, ma'am, the next question will be related to that only. You must be having this kind of a problem. So, what are have you taken any specific counselors you have for that, or how do you deal with that?
See, we have counselors for that. But
Okay.
instead of counselor, see, when a person is bullying, when a child is bullying another child, and if you make him sit in front of a counselor, what
Hmm.
he will think in his mind,
Hmm.
okay, now the lecture will start.
Huh.
Isn't it? That
Yes.
is there in their mind. Okay, now I'm sitting over here. Now they'll
Hmm.
give me lecture. At home,
Hmm.
parents are giving. Here now they
Huh.
will give. So what we have done, this is another one nice thing we have started. We just call our alumni students, the previous
Okay.
batch students who were bullying others. Okay,
Okay.
they come up and they share, this is how we used to
Huh.
do in school, but that is not the good way. These are the
Hmm.
things which we missed out. We missed out our studies, we lost our ranks, our percentage, and these are the problems we are facing. And when a student of their age, hardly 1 to 2 years older, when they speak with those kids, no, it has a greater impact.
They
Then
can
the
relate, I
counselor,
think.
yes,
They can relate to them.
then the counselor telling them, or I telling them, or the teachers telling them. So it has a good impact. That is what I have seen.
Hmm. No, ma'am, I think it's very important thing that, and we know that they will understand more easily with their peer
Yes.
or the senior or their friends because
Pooja ma'am, this
उनको
is
तो
again
यही
like
लगेगा कि लेक्चर दे दिया जो आपने बोला कि
correct.
लेक्चर दे दिया अब ये फिर से बोलेंगे तो this is the best way which you are taking that how to tackle this very important problem in school days.
Again, NEP, Pooja ma'am, peer evaluation.
Yes, peer evaluation. So I think, ma'am, there's a concept peer-to-peer teaching,
Yes,
which is a very important thing and which
and
is a
it
very
helps.
beautiful thing, I would say.
It
Beautiful
helps,
thing.
ma'am. It
It
helps a
helps.
lot.
It helps.
A lot.
A few students who are very intellectually, so they can teach the other. And
Yes.
in our classes also, we can have those groups and we can mingle them. And group discussion should be there, more of that. And this is what NEP is talking about, having that critical outlook, the
Yes.
21st skills development.
True, ma'am.
NEP, but ma'am, NEP has given so many 17 kind of a parameters they have given. Few things are good, but few things are not that accessible. And what as an educator, what will be your recommendation for that?
See, I like in NEP that they are opening up the mind of a child. It is
Okay.
not the traditional thing. And I
Hmm.
like this easy entry and exit,
Hmm.
because unnecessarily a child has to learn maths even if he is interested in commerce.
Hmm. Yes.
If a child want to do psychology,
Hmm.
still he has to learn science. If a
Hmm.
child is very much good in dancing or singing, whatever, they
Hmm.
have to study this subjects, whatever traditionally they were teaching. So
Hmm.
I like this very much. So that is one of the things which I appreciate about NEP, and NEP has made the education student centered.
That is true.
Instead of teacher centered, it is student centered. All of us, we are working for the holistic development of the student. And I think this is very important because education is meant for the student. It is not meant for the teacher to have all the trainings and everything and not executing anything. That is not done. It is for the students.
I think NEP is trying to make learning more constructive.
Yes. And it is having a good impact on teachers also. Now teachers are also becoming well equipped,
aware,
more resourceful, you can say.
Resourceful. Okay.
They are also becoming more resourceful. And this COVID period, pandemic period, they have taught our teachers to be tech savvy.
We all have become that.
Yes, and that is helping a lot.
That is helping. The hybrid, the online teaching.
Yes.
The online teaching. So, ma'am, do you favor that right now we are on the same phase like the early one before COVID? So, do you prefer to have those online sessions or hybrid kind of sessions if something is not that practically working? So, do you prefer that? Hybrid?
No, I don't prefer that because one-on-one interaction is more powerful. It has more impact. But why I spoke about this technology and all, because now teachers are aware of various things. Now teacher can give quizzes to the student instead of she or he herself making the quiz. There are many apps are there. They can give it to students. So many projects are there. Interactive projects are there. These things are helping. We are not going with this hybrid or online, but it has given us a support system type of thing, isn't it? A pacemaker to our heart. Correct.
Ma'am, I am very much fascinated by the way you have been showing, you have been telling about your trades, your the way you are dealing with your students and with the teachers. So you are a gem, ma'am, for the society.
Thank you.
Because you know, ma'am, patience is one of the greatest strengths. And in today's time, we all are so busy. We don't want to listen further, and this is what is creating lots many problems. So commendable work, ma'am. Hats off to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So much to learn, and I'm privileged. Seriously, I'm privileged to host you today.
Thank you, Pooja ma'am. Pooja ma'am, what I feel that whatever you want, you have to do that. Whatever you get is the reflection. It's a reflection. If you want love and respect from others, you have to give it. You have to give it. If you want me to listen you, I have to first listen. Isn't it?
Yes.
So that is the thing. So that is the thing which I believe. And instead of comparing oneself with any other person, what I feel we should introspect. We should introspect and make our today, tomorrow better than what it was yesterday. Instead of looking at the faults or whatever flaws were there, try to solve it. Try to overcome that and try to see, okay, yesterday I have done this, which was not working. Let us think that. We will not think what happened yesterday, but let's start with a new day every day.
Yes. And this will enhance, I just mentioned that this will enhance their morale when they will understand that even if something goes wrong, even if we are not on the right track, our teacher is there to guide us.
Yes.
Our principal is there to help us out.
Correct.
And they will always remember. There are many stories, ma'am. People say कि हमें अच्छा टीचर नहीं मिला, हमें उस सब्जेक्ट से कभी लगा भी नहीं हुआ. It happens.
It happens.
It is happening. So teacher has to be a all-rounder. I'm not talking about all-rounder in terms of this formal, but an empathetic being.
Empathetic behavior.
Empathetic being. We educators should be a facilitator, not only just teaching.
Not only a dictator.
Yes, not only a dictator. And one-on-one, like interaction. It's okay. It's okay because we learn from our kids also, na?
Yes.
It's not just like you just mentioned that NEP is more child-centric. That is the base. That it should be a mutual connection.
Yes.
Then only the good results can come out.
Correct.
अगर आपको पुराना जमाना की डंडी लगा के मारना वाला नहीं होगा. So अभी because the youth is changing, our children are changing. They are understanding. that phase were different because we were developing.
Yes.
Now every time, if you look at into the history, every time whatever the changes have come up because of the some reason,
Yes.
invention, discovery, because that was a need of that society. But today's need of the society is to have those mutual connections with each other because we are living in a complex society.
Correct. And I think it is because nowadays more of us are in a nuclear family. Parents are busy with their work. Mama and Papa go in the morning, they come in the evening. There is no one
Nobody to listen to them.
listen. There is no one to listen to their point. There is no one with whom they can talk. That's why we need these teachers and educators to be empathetic towards the child, because there is no one. When we were young, we were having a huge family. Tayaji, Taiji, granny, grandpa. Even if mama and papa are not there, we were having cousin
Yes.
brothers. So many people were there. But nowadays, the scenario has changed. So because of that, this change in the educators should be there.
Compassion should be there. They should be compassionate. They should have a feeling of like, okay, you come up, we'll discuss. We'll mutually will discuss these things and we come out with a solution.
Yes.
Again, like this is a time when a youth is being misguided by number of factors. So what one advice you will give to today's youth that how they should go ahead? What other things they should remember?
See, if you give them some constructive work, see, idle mind is a devil's workshop. If the child is not doing anything, definitely he is having that Google Baba with him, isn't it? And then whatever he sees, even just now we have seen the case of Delhi.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
My God. Heinous crime. Heinous.
Heinous, yes. So that is what, because the student or the youngsters, they should be more constructive. They should develop some hobbies and they should have some passion towards that.
Correct.
And it is the duty of the educators to develop these things in the young generation. Then and then only they can move towards the right path.
Yes.
We have to create new generation for the future. Instead of creating future for the generation, we have to create generation for the future.
And ma'am, today's generation the new term has come up, Generation Z. And you know, ma'am, Generation Z is a generation which is not that ambitious. You just look around. They don't, if you ask someone, we haven't think about it.
Yes.
We haven't think about it. So I think the kind of suggestion which you just gave us to us is very much required. That we should make them more constructive, more integrative towards their goal, so that things will be easier and they will on the right path.
Right path. That is very important.
Consistency, I think, ma'am, consistency is again one of the important components which has to be taken into consideration.
Yes.
And मैम पता है यहाँ ऐसा होता है कि टीचर क्यों बोलना है, हमारा काम थोड़ी है, पर नहीं, टीचर का काम है,
हमारा ही काम है,
हमारा ही काम है, तभी हम because मैम 8 hours we are with them.
Yes.
Most of the time so they are in the school only, na? And school is one of the agency of socialization. So
correct.
They will learn good things as well as the bad things.
So it is up to us कि हम उनको कितने good things दे रहे हैं.
Yes.
Even if the parents are not talking with them, they are not saying कि ये गलत है, it is the duty of the teacher कि बेटा आप ऐसा करोगे, so this will happen. So you only decide what you want to do, and definitely the child will pick up the good thing.
Ma'am, if you remember, छोटे बच्चों को अगर से टीचर ने बोला है कि इसको ऐसे ही रखना है, तो जैसे कि नहीं ऐसे ही रखना है मम्मा, अच्छा मम्मा आप गलत बोल रहे हो, my teacher is the right. So I think this is a small incident. Pre-primary में बच्चा जब अपने घर जाता है तो बोलता है कि नहीं मम्मा मैम ने ऐसा बोला, आप ऐसा ही करिए. Even if he might be wrong, but नहीं, टीचर ने बोला है. टीचर की बात तो जो होगी पत्थर की लकीर होगी. It is very much important, and teaching is a very noble profession.
Very noble.
Teaching is a noble, and we make from teachers only the other professions are being saved.
Correct. We are the creator of all the
We are the
professions.
creators. We are building their creativity. We are building their intellect. So, and ma'am, this teaching profession is not given that much of respect.
Correct.
This is what
Agreed.
is lacking.
Agreed. But now I think the scenario is changing, ma'am.
Yeah, that's
The scenario is changing.
yes.
So definitely teachers will get their position.
See, that
will
kind
get
of
the respect.
recognition is getting, ma'am,
Yes,
and
we get the
corporate
recognition.
sector is coming into this teaching sales. They are taking hold of these schools and giving them all the facilities. So this is a change which is seen.
Yes. And that is a very positive change, which
Yes,
is
ma'am.
boosting the morale of the teachers also.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So they are also getting that our profession is also in the same way. And because again, ma'am, change, they have to change.
Yes.
Our policy makers have to change, ma'am.
Change,
If
yes.
we have to make a development, we have to change.
Yes.
So change comes with the societies, the different things which are going on. And the thing which we all have to keep in mind is the open mindset.
Open
If we
mindset.
keep in growth mindset, we will say growth mindset should be there to accept things.
Acceptance is very important, ma'am. Even if change is there, the society should be ready to accept that change.
Correct. So now, ma'am, as we have come to the end of the session, the last question from you is, what's your future goal, ma'am? How will you see life after 5 years from today?
Still loving my kids,
Okay.
doing my best,
Wow.
and helping my teachers to become a principal of some school.
Wow, ma'am. This is the kind of positivity you have given from this platform, that you are motivating your teachers to do something like which you are doing.
Yes, ma'am.
This
I
is
want to.
You are radiating happy. You are radiating good vibes to them.
Yes. Definitely.
No doubt.
This is what we have to do.
Yes.
Collaboration.
Yes, collaboration and a healthy competition.
Competition. Yes. I'll be so happy if I'm sitting with one of my teacher as a principal next to me.
Wow. Seriously, ma'am, and you know this is your humbleness, in which way you are talking about, because nobody will say कि मेरी teacher बने. So this is a kind of a person you are. You are able to express that thing, and you believe in the collaboration. You believe in the cooperation. You are a compassionate being. That's why you can say that.
अरे नहीं मैम, हम तो छोटे से हैं. Just try my level best.
This is what, ma'am, if this is from this platform, if my viewers who are listening to you get inspired by this. And that's the reason of starting this series. That we all are sitting at different part of the India or the world, but we all have our stories. Whatever we are because of our own personal things, our values, our principles.
Yes.
So all my sincere gratitude to you, ma'am, and it's been a pleasure listening to you, the kind of advices you have given to the youth, the kind of traits you have told about that the teacher should develop. It is going to help us, and I have also got to know so many things from you. Thank you once again for being a part of this session. All my gratitude, and I wish you all the best of luck for all your future things, ma'am.
Thank you.
Be in touch. Thank you. Thank you so much, Neelam, ma'am.
Thank you, Idym.
Gratitude to all.
Thank you. Gratitude.